What's going on, guys and ladies? No fishing video today. Just didn't have the time today, but that's all right. I'm going to give you guys a video on all my stuff that I use, like my boat, the rods, the reels, the gear that I use, lures and baits and whatnot. But in order to do that, we got to head out to the garage, and let's go ahead and head out there and get started. Okay, let's get back on what this video is about. This is my boat. It is a 8-foot Pelican. I think it's called a Bass Raider. Yeah, Bass Raider. Minn Kota. It's a 38 thrust. It does pretty well. I beat the hell out of it. Got a battery, and then I have, this is all janky. I need to get this all squared away. This is for my second camera. And then I have Humminbird Helix 5, which I love it, by the way. And I made this little contraption. This is actually for a TV mount that goes in semi-trucks. Anyways, I cut it down, made it a little bit smaller. And that's where I put my transducer. So I am very rough on all my stuff. And I kept ripping my transducer off of my trolling motor. And I got tired of that, and I just was like, you know what, I need to build something where I can just drop it down, and when I get in some nasty stuff, pull it up. Pretty much it as far as the boat. Stability wise, you got to have some sea legs, but it's not that bad. But yeah, it's if you ever thought about buying one of these, go ahead and get it. It's awesome. It weighs 80 pounds. I can chuck it in the back of the truck, throw it down to the pond, and get going. I also built a little dolly for it. Actually, I think it's out in the yard, but it's just 2 little caster wheels. I bolted it to a 2x6 and a ratchet strap underneath the boat, and carry it down to the pond like a wheelbarrow. All right, let's move on. These are the 5 main rods that I use. All right, we'll start off with the favorite Whitebird casting rod. 7-foot, medium heavy, moderate action. I use this mainly for treble hook lures. I got a Pop-R on there right now. But yeah, like I said, it's mainly used for treble hook lures, crankbaits, jerk baits, walking baits like spooks or poppers. That's pretty much what I use it for. It's got a pretty decent parabolic bend to it, and it just allows the fish to stay pinned. And you're going to see this pretty much on every rod I have. It's a Garcia Pro Max, nothing special, but yeah, that's one rod. Second rod, if I don't break it, second rod is a favorite Balance, 7-foot, medium heavy, moderate fast. I do have a jig tied on at the moment. I'll use this for pretty much anything that has a skirt, such as a jig, spinnerbait, chatterbait, even buzzbaits. I will occasionally use this for a Texas rig or like a Carolina rig setup. Again, same thing, Garcia Pro Max. I just like those reels for the money. This one I just picked up about a month ago. This replaced my broken Daiwa that I broke a while back. A 13 fishing, fake chrome, 7'1", medium heavy, fast action. Now this, got a frog tied on, got 50-pound braid. I use Power Pro braid, by the way. I like to use this for frogging. I like to use this for the buzz baits. It's a damn stout rod. Again, paired with the Garcia Pro Max. All right, on to my spinning rods, which are probably my favorite. By the way, the fake chrome casting rod is my favorite casting rod. It's beautiful. Look at that. I mean, it's just so sexy, and it just feels phenomenal. Anyways, let's move on to the casting rod, or excuse me, the spinning rods. This is my favorites. Love spinning rods. Still have some grass on it. Back to the 13 fishing. This is a 13 fishing chrome, or fake chrome, sorry. It's a 7'1" medium. I use this mainly for Texas rigging. This is a very stout rod for a spinning rod. I use 20-pound Power Pro braid, FG knot to 12-pound Berkley Trilene Big Game line. This line, I'm telling you, will not break this line at all. The reel I use, which is the best spinning reel ever made in the world, and you can argue with me up and down about it, is a Mitchell 300. Guaranteed best reel for the money, and the best reel. I mean, this thing, I'll put it up against $300 reels. All right, moving on. Last but not least, this is my favorite spinning rod. It's a Daiwa Tatula XL. It's a 7-foot medium. Again, I got the Mitchell 300, and this thing's just bad. I mean, oh man, I love this rod. It doesn't really have the backbone as much as the fake chrome, but that's not what I use it for. I use it for mainly finesse, you know, drop shot. I got a Rapala here. That's finesse type top water. The drop shot, Nico rig, you know, anything like that, Ned rig. But it's 20-pound Power Pro braid, and I use 10-pound Stren mono. I love this rod. This is my favorite rod. Probably out of the whole collection I have, this is my favorite rod. Now that we got those out of the way, let's head on over to the tackle. Now, I got a whole bench full of junk and stuff. You know, it's the stuff that I need to start using eventually. Some like old school lures like this guy right here, little jitterbug, and eventually I'll get to throwing this guy. You know, stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, I do have more rods and reels, but these are my son's, and this is my wife's rod. It's purple. It's freaking sick. And then I have a spare bait casting rod. But look at that, overloaded outdoor. Look at that. That's a sexy looking crankbait. It's a cheapo Abu Garcia. What is that? A Black Max, I think it is. But that's just a spare rod. Just if ever anything were to happen to these, or I got a friend that wants to fish with me, we have it. This is just like a little cheap Berkley Mitchell 300. My son's rod, I think that's a Berkley as well. Mitchell 300. This right here is my first rod that I ever had. My dad gave it to me. This is a rod from the 80s. That's a reel from the 80s. It's also a Mitchell. And of course we got some spin casts, you know, for my kids. But let's move on to my tackle box with boxes. Jerk baits. I got a select variety of jerk baits. You know, I got my whites, and then it goes into black, silver, whitish, and then I got my clown looking colors, some small natural colors. I got dark colors, a little bit more natural. Got them bright with the purples and whatnot, and then some more natural colors right there. This is, let's see, let's move on. Crankbait box. It's pretty much all my crankbaits. I got shallow divers, some shad wraps, some, I think these are DT6, I think they are. A little bit deeper guys, and then like 20-foot guys. Square bills. Of course, this kills them on hardwood. And I got some lipless and some more lipless. Let's see. Jig box. Not really much to it. It's just a plethora of jigs and some trailers. Really nothing special there. Let's see. Chatterbait box. Just exactly what I said. Just chatterbaits with trailers. Let's see. I got some lizards. I mean, I use this for bed fishing. That's what I use. Not really need to go in there. I got my trick worm box. All the trick worms that I like to use. It's pretty much all Zoom. There you go. Nothing special there. Let's see what else. We got Cinco box. Anything that's stick bait, all up in there. Yeah, nothing special. Now we're getting into my, oh, hold on. I got some toads and flukes. Exactly what's in there. Now we'll move on to my favorite boxes. This is my finesse box. Drop shot, Nico rig, Ned rig, pretty much anything finesse. This is my wintertime box. It's pretty much all I have on there. And this stuff's probably gonna fall sometime. We got top water box. Got some jointed Rapalas, big Rapalas, classic Rapalas, some Pop R's, some frogs, some, this thing is junk. It's like a buzz frog almost. Frog, whopper plopper, spooks. Can't remember that. What was that? Skitter wrap? Skitter something? I don't remember. More spooks, and like I said, the Rapalas. And it's like playing Jenga over here. Then my buzzbait box. All my buzzbaits. I even got, where's it at? There's the prototype overloaded, and then the actual production overloaded buzzbait. Trailer hooks, some more buzzbaits. I got some trailers. I like to use frogs too. Swim baits, I like to use those, and then I like to use creature baits as trailers. That's pretty much it as far as my stuff. Oh, and then this is all overloaded outdoors that he sent me. It's all his custom painted baits. If you haven't noticed, I like purple. So does my wife. But these are, I really want to talk about these. These are really special to me. I can get them out. But these guys right here, me and Luther at Overloaded Outdoors, we worked, well, he did all the hard work. I just pretty much told him what I wanted and would say yes and no, and he would go back to the drawing board and repaint them. This one right here is called the Jacoby. This one right here is called the Jackson. And they are available on his website. Again, that's Crankbaits by OverloadedOutdoors.com. Guys, check him out. He makes some awesome, awesome lures. I got whopper plopper in there, jerkbait, lipless, square bills, more square bills, another lipless, a spook, and of course, my boys. And then, it's hot out here, South Carolina, 95 degrees, and it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. Now, last but not least, here is my wall of lures. This is pretty much where I store all my stuff that I'm not using in the boxes. So we got Cincos down here, trick worms down here, lizards, my drop shot lures right here. Those came right here. Those came from Lucky Tackle Box. I got some weights, got some tubes, more stuff for like Nico rig and whatnot. Rapala, always have extra Rapalas on hand. Here's my line. My homie, that Mosierboy, sent me these. That one and that one. Oh yeah, I forgot about spinnerbaits. I do have a box of spinnerbaits. Forgot to show that. Those are my spinnerbaits. Pretty much it. Nothing glorious. But these spinnerbaits over here are my dad's. Not the jitterbug, but all them spinnerbaits right there. Those are all my dad's. I'm pretty much in the process of repairing and fixing them all and whatnot. But I'm almost done with them. There's a buzzbait in there too. Yeah, there it is. And then mini buzzbait. I got a bat. I need to use that. And there's a rat. Purple worms. Overloaded outdoor crank. There's a swim bait that I need to start using. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I don't really have anything amazing or shocking, but this is my stuff that I use. Oh yeah, well, the bag. I got a bag. There's the bag. It's just a little Walmart bag that I got. Here's my terminal tackle. You're probably wondering, what is that white stuff? I put powder in here, just a little bit of powder. That way none of my stuff rusts out. Yeah, we got some drop shot hooks, drop shot weights with some beads. Nico setup, some 1/8 ounce, 1/4 ounce. Those are some stout hooks for when I need to like get in the nasty stuff. I got 4-aught hooks, and these are a mixture of 2 and 3-aught hooks. And there's some nibs. And in my bag, it's just stuff really. There's pliers, some empty overloaded bags, some scissors, split ring pliers, and then these are my just in case stuff. Got them juicy overloaded stick worms, some chunk trailers, more trailers. These are all these are all trailers. Oh, some Senkos, and of course the scale. And that's pretty much it. That's the tour, guys. That's what I use. Nothing fancy. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and coming along with me and taking a look at all the junk that I got. And again, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell for the notifications, drop a like, drop a comment, or you can drop a dislike. It's whatever you feel like doing. Go ahead and do it. But hopefully next week, guys, I'll have a fishing video with a bunch of dinks in it. But until then, peace out. Catch you later.